Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darth Arma commentating a little bit of a road to the War of the Gods here for Kompetitor, an up-and-coming player. Definitely getting a little bit better every time I see him, and I just kind of see him understanding and grasping the concept of the game a little bit more. So I'm just here to kind of fill in the thought gaps and see, what's going on between the competitors' heads when they go play-by-play into different decision-making. Now, Kompetitor said this was a great set between himself and BoiledWalnut, who is a remarkable Cyborg player. So let's see what he's got. So right out the gate, he goes for the 4-2-3. BoiledWalnut all over that idea and the concept, and I guess maybe more just trying to see if he can test Kompetitor's immediate reaction to being able to 4-2-3 out the gate. I believe Superman can lock you down with a 4-2-3 as long as you do not backdash, and I believe it does catch jump-ins, or I'm sorry, jump outs right when the game says start. Good punish there, anticipating the wake-up attack from Superman, that rising grab. And so right here, what BoiledWalnut wants to do, he just wants to set up shop. He wants to just keep throwing projectiles out, and every little pesky hit is a win for himself. When Cyborg is on the ground, however, when those projectiles come at his opponent, it actually does hit as a mid, so you can't easily avoid them. So right there at the end, he was looking for chip. There we go, Kompetitor getting a hit here, and we know Superman hurts as soon as he gets his hands on you. Drops the combo there at the end. The Superman punch does whiff, and BoiledWalnut right there trying to nullify the plus frames there on Superman when he cancels into his trait from that string. Kompetitor being very patient, knowing that he doesn't have to risk anything in case he does anticipate the 4-2-3. He just kind of waited there to see what BoiledWalnut would do up against the corner, and that was a good call there. Now you got to be careful those mother boxes. That trait of Cyborg, those mother boxes, they will come out. As soon as they become active, they will come out no matter what, even if you hit Cyborg. And Kompetitor all over the idea.
Neither are you.
Kompetitor completely okay with knowing which way his opponent's going to be going, when his opponent's going to be waking up, and when he's not. Trading there with the heat zap there. That's not a move you want to trade with against Superman, especially not when he's traded up. It's going to hurt a little bit more. Goes for the meter burn back 3, however, doesn't get anything here. Kompetitor in a really tight spot here. Barely misses the mother box, the Roomba that was on the ground there. Going over there with a high wire and a big demise to BoiledWalnut, putting himself in the corner, susceptible to all this Superman damage. No lo creo. I don't believe it. I don't believe that he just... That was his game. He had a huge life lead, especially when you see when he took that first life bar off a Kompetitor, how much of a life deficit Kompetitor was at. Kompetitor just kind of kept his composure, kept his cool, and found his win. First award does go to Kompetitor, barely getting the first hit before the projectile hits. So in Injustice and Injustice 2, the first hit, the first strike of the game, of the match, actually gives you a reward. You get a full bar meter, and that's huge. Meter management is huge in this game. Goes for the anti-air, down 2, unfortunately just a little too early, or maybe that hitbox was just a little too active. And the rising grab, a great way to switch it up on your opponent. Once you find yourself in the corner, or once you find Superman in the corner, you can kind of almost always bet that he's going to be going for the rising grab just because of the corner positioning. Meter burn forward 3, and Kompetitor does respect it there. BoiledWalnut possibly trying to anticipate a dash back, which a lot of people do all the time, especially when they're at negative frame advantage or frame disadvantage. Comes on the Roomba. The Roomba's coming out no matter what, and Kompetitor doing a great job of just sweeping, lasering everywhere he needs to do. Sweeping lasers again. Kompetitor's standing and sitting on so much meter. He does use one for the air for the meter burn roll. A great method to just use as an offensive tool. A great universal tool. Again, just completely content with the trades here. Kompetitor goes for the interactable. Unfortunately, the power characters do not toss it far. Instead, they toss it right in front of them.
That all you got, Vic?
There's still time on the clock.
A favorable trade here by Kompetitor. Decides not to use the third bar, possibly anticipating BoiledWalnut not to go for any kind of meter. Good read there by Kompetitor, but or I'm sorry, a bad read there by Kompetitor. Because that was his demise there. However, if he did spend that third bar, he possibly would have been able to have a little bit more wiggle room with the life bleed. But sometimes, you know, meter is so precious in this game that you don't want to let it go. And what Kompetitor was thinking was that BoiledWalnut would not spend any meter. So he thought, all right, 2 bars, 25%, I think that's good, and I get to hold on to 1 bar. But it's all about the mind games. The Clash mind games are so real in this game, in Injustice 1 and in Injustice 2. Chucks the interactable at full screen. A great favorable trade there for Kompetitor as it does hit. Hitting these heat zaps are getting interrupted here, and BoiledWalnut finds his way in, and what a whiff punish. Unfortunately, a little too close to the corner for the conversion. Kompetitor all over the idea that BoiledWalnut had with the meter burn forward 3. Gave him a meter burn forward 3 of his own. Grapples out of there. Now what's so great about that grapple as an evasive move, it actually gives him a hit of armor on the way up. Oh, this one's gonna hurt, leaving him in a standing position, trying to go for some kind of mix-up, but a little bit of a drop there by Kompetitor. Keeping him up in the air, standing reset, here we go, the double overhead, that hurt.
Not pulling your punches.
Neither are you.
Ooh, that hurt. 2 bars. Spends BoiledWalnut. Kompetitor giving him a little bit of breathing room. You know, I'm sure in hindsight he would have loved to spend the 2 bars and not let him get anything back, but I think he's completely okay. Oh, the juggle ability there because of the Roomba, popping him up for a full combo, letting him continue and taking out his first health bar. But this looks bad for BoiledWalnut. No trade in his favor when you got that little life. And Kompetitor edges out the third game, taking the lead 2-1 here. And BoiledWalnut looks like he's going for a character switch here.
Superman.
Not sure if he's gonna actually stray away from Cyborg or not. He's hovering over the TMNT, but I mean, you know, he won that second game. The first game was extremely close. It was in his favor, but it looks like BoiledWalnut is committed to Scarecrow. So he's got to win these next 2 games as Scarecrow in order to move on in this War of the Gods bracket. So Scarecrow, a little bit more in the, you know, not as much of a zoning character, but a little bit more of a long-range character, especially with the use of those limbs here. He does have access to teleport, a great way to get around those air lasers, those sweeping lasers. Crushes the ceiling down on him. Doesn't convert with the use of the meter. A little bit of a, I mean, I'm seeing not a main character here as BoiledWalnut just, you know, drop that conversion and that opportunity there. Bit of a scramble from both players here. The sweeping laser does take out his advancements, or his attempts to advancements here, and teleports right into the supercomputer here on the Fortress of Solitude. Meter burn forward 3, what great range of that move, and when you just add a little bit of meter, it does so, you know, having the ability to go for, having an extra hit of armor is huge. And hold on, BoiledWalnut off to a lead here, takes out the first gray health bar before Kompetitor gets to his. The meter burn back 3, this one's gonna hurt here, puts him in the center of the ring, and the forward 2-3 ready for the teleport, recognizing and clearly seeing what he was going for. The forward 3, not a punish. He could have possibly walked forward and punished it there. You know, I know that forward 3 is a little bit different than a lot of other forward 3s in this game. One that you want to throw out more at range when your opponent can't really press those buttons so close to you. You know, Kompetitor just backing up, looking for that whiff punish, or looking for BoiledWalnut to go for an early air-to-air. That was a little weird to say, an early air-to-air. But, you know, BoiledWalnut kind of on point here. Hold on, the teleport, and this is what Kompetitor was looking for.
Strong man wanna cry?
Bad idea to tick me off.
Alright, 15% of his health regained thanks to that 1 extra bar he spent with Superman. Turns on the trait. Looks like he's going for unclashable damage from here on out. What is Kompetitor going to do? He's going to try to keep him away.
Enough with the gas.
Sweet, sweet dreams.
I guess Kompetitor saving the bar for himself, for his own health regain here. 25% back. Both players at no bar at all. But here we go. BoiledWalnut built his first. And Superman looking to build his own here. The down 2. What are we going to see? The background bounce. A huge conversion into the back 3. This one's going to hurt. Ends it with a command throw, and he's up against the wall. And he goes for the Superman punch. BoiledWalnut was not expecting it at all. The back 3. The back-to-back meter burn back 3s. And there it is, the punish. This one is probably going to be it. No, very close here, waiting for the teleport. He knew that's the move he was going to go for. He knew it was going to be the play, and he knew that that's how he was going to end this set. Competitor takes it over BoiledWalnut. Guys, I am Darth Arma. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so. Just go to Twitter and at Darth Arma. Guys, thank you so much for listening.